What if I was telling you about the black metal band that mostly focuses on clean vocals instead of so-called raspy, shrieky, screamy vocals? Well, if that gets you going, this band is definitely for you. It's called Bezwering and it's from Netherlands. This band is actually a continuation to previous Dutch band called Wederganger, which I have mentioned in previous contexts in other places. That band only lasted for a few years though, roughly 5 years before it basically disbanded. That left only one album and a few split releases. So this is kind of a new, fresh start. I don't know why, but that's how the story goes. So this was basically born in the ashes of that previous band. So this first album which is called De wormen overgeleverd. Well, pardon my Dutch. That is one of the hardest language I have ever actually heard. This comes to you with kind of a mid-tempo meets fast-tempo black metal with sort of melancholic grooviness and those clean vocals. And that which actually makes it stand out from the rest are exactly these vocals. While there are these rather traditional raspy black metal vocals included, the clean ones are the ones that actually are the thing that separate this from the rest. As you can see here on Metal Archive's site, this one is from 2018, so relatively new band still. Only a demo out, and then obviously this full-length album. And this is roughly 44 minutes, so almost 3/4 of an hour. And what can be said really about this band is that it's not exactly something new and phenomenal in style. Basically all the riffs here are rather familiar in style, and basically that kind of a melancholic grooviness you might hear is something that is kind of a hybrid of certain things. I mean, you can pretty much hear most of the black metal bands you've gone throughout the years, yet still this manages to be a little bit different. But when we actually dissect this album and the style into pieces, we'll find that most of what actually makes this rather unique sounding are exactly those vocals. And the style could be described as if Till Lindemann wanted to go to sing Dutch for black metal vocals. That's what these vocals remind me of. They're a little bit more opera vocals style, but not as far-fetched really. The thing here is they're kind of like those clean vocals which you might hear on some epic doom metal albums. Not definitely your typical heavy metal albums, but more, I would say, Lindemann style. And while that is definitely not a bad thing, it's some sort of an acquired taste kind of stuff. And in case you just happen to like them, I mean, it might click you with the very first spin, then you will actually, I guess, rather like this band. But it is also worth mentioning that with different vocals such as this, in the context of black metal anyway, it might be the deal breaker. It might be the thing like, okay, I cannot get past it. Think it like King Diamond vocals. Some people just love what he does with Merciful Weight and King Diamond. But for some people, including myself, I really can't get past that. So it might be this kind of an invisible wall which just kind of blocks you. So while you can enjoy some of the riffs and, you know, the overall feeling of an album, sometimes those vocals are just too much for any given people to handle, and that might really be, as such, the deal breaker. I think Bezwering is doing something cool here, but to be honest, this album is not nowhere near to be one of those great albums which is just, you know, blowing your mind with this phenomenal riffing, because it's not exactly that. The riffing is nice and all, but eventually, even with these some cool ideas, it's just like kind of a decent rather than being great. Definitely more on the plus side, if you will, but still nothing groundbreaking all in all. Obviously, you want to check it out for yourself, so click that Bandcamp link from the description box and find out for yourself. Good luck liking this one, it's definitely something different.